Everyone, and a very warm welcome to Basel in Switzerland. We're here for the World Men's Curling Championship 2016, and what a spectacular location we have. Beautiful Basel on the River Rhine. Lots of different ways to get around this city, including, there you see it, the rope ferry. Trams and taxis as well, and you might just come across one or two of the markets, well-known markets in the medieval old town. The action, though, is all taking place here at the St. Jakobshalle, which hosted the Men's Worlds in 2012, an impressive sports and events arena, and they've been turning out in their good numbers to watch round-robin action. So this is draw 7, and our featured game is Scotland against Canada. And for those of you who love the stats, this is the 100th meeting between these two countries in men's curling.
The third, Tyler George. The second, Martin Hamilton. The lead, John Landsteiner. The alternate, Roy Nürnberger. And their coach, Philip Drobnik. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.
So the players just being introduced to the audience. And we'll give you a rundown of the teams. Here we go. For Scotland, the lead, Hammy McMillan. At second, we have Ross Pattison. Scotland third player, Glenn Muirhead. And their skip, Tom Brewster. For Canada, Ben Hebert. At second, Brent Ling. Their third player is Mark Kennedy. And the skip, Kevin Cooey. So where are we in the standings? Well, look at the team at the top, the current champions, Sweden, bidding to defend their title. 4 wins, no losses. Canada tucked in behind, as are Japan and Norway. Denmark on 2-1, Russia on 2-2. Scotland 2-2 as well, as is Switzerland, USA with 1 victory. Finland, Germany and Korea yet to get that win. I'm Alison Walker, and joining me is Logan Gray. We'll be bringing you live commentary on the whole game. And not just this game, plenty of action going on elsewhere. On Sheet A, we have Korea against Finland. Sheet B, Norway, Denmark. Our featured game, Scotland, Canada, is on Sheet C, and Russia against the United States on Sheet D. So Scotland, Canada, the featured game. And a quick word from Logan. Tom Brewster has never beaten Canada. Logan, will that play on his mind?
Yeah, well, he's certainly not beaten them since he's left juniors. I think that could be a little bit of a mental block, but let's not forget that 4 years ago here in 2012, Tom did have a chance to win the gold medal. He had a shot to defeat Glenn Howard in the final and just narrowly missed it. And ended up giving the gold medal up in an extra end. Scotland haven't beaten Canada since 2009 in the World Men's Curling Championship. Dave Murdoch beating Kevin Martin 3 times that week to pick up the gold medal. So, and of course, within that team, skipped by Kevin Martin in Moncton, Ben Hebert and Mark Kennedy, both on the ice today, so they both know what it feels like to be on the receiving end from Scotland. So,
yeah, so it can work both ways.
I think all of the teams so far this week have struggled a little bit to get to grips with the stones and the ice conditions. Some real humidity issues here in St. Jakobshalle. Lots of frost, making things still a little bit complicated for the players.
Yeah, hopefully it will settle and players will get used to it, because we want to see the good shots being made, the shots that they're all capable of.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to 1 or 2 shots here and there. Scotland coming off the back of 2 losses against Russia and Japan, and how easily could they have both been wins, and they'd be sitting at 4-0. Canada yesterday against Denmark in the USA, sneaking the decision in extra ends in both of those games, but again, they could have lost both of those games, so it just does come down to that odd shot here and there. So expecting a tight game here.
So this is Hammy McMillan, the lead for Scotland. Youngster in the team, and son of quite a good curling player in his day, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. Hammy McMillan, one of the real legends of Scottish curling, 1999 world champion. Defeated Jeff Stoughton in the final.
And this is Ben Hebert, we mentioned him earlier, 33 years old now.
Right to it, Langer. Okay, you're good, you're good.
Lots of experience, this team. Ross Pattison, second, 32 years old. Ross now. Just a couple of years on this team though.
Yeah, he's had to wait a while to get his first national title. Wasted a lot of years playing with me.
Or you could say you've taught him all that he knows now, and he's used that to the benefit of his ongoing curling career. Here's Brent Lang at second. He knows how to win world championships as well. Part of the gold medal winning team here 4 years ago.
Line's good. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Oh, absolutely, and he's only ever won gold medals as soon as he gets out of Canada. So
Yeah, he plays well when he's away from home. Putting the guard up there. It's a reminder of the rules of play for the round robin. 6 ends minimum, 38-minute thinking time, and the 160-second timeout.
it's going to be really interesting to see the resolve of this Scottish team after a really disappointing loss this morning. They played a really good 7th end against Japan to turn the scoreline around with a score of 4, got themselves in a position to win the game, had a shot to win, pretty straightforward, miscalled the sweeping and
that was it.
Dropped it.
All just down to 1 shot.
So it's not a lot of time in between the games, not a lot of time to put that behind you and fully focus on the job in the hand, and of course that's this game against Canada.
Playing on a different sheet, so again that presents its challenges. Glenn Muirhead, 26, Glenn, 3rd player, brother of Eve Muirhead, quite a well-known curling family in Scotland.
Absolutely, and let's not forget Thomas either, who represented Scotland at the European Championships in Esbjerg in December, qualifying Scotland for the World Championship here in Basel.
Yep, they had a slow start there, but really came good towards the end of the week and secured that place at the Worlds for Scotland. Mark Kennedy. From St Albert in Alberta, plays out of Glencoe Club, Calgary, left-hander. Gold at the Olympic Winter Games in 2010.
Yeah, of course he was playing 2nd then, and has just recently moved up to 3rd in last season in the formation of this Kevin Cooey team. Looks more than comfortable there. He's always been regarded as probably the best 2nd in the world, so.
Some might say not.
Clean it, Benny. Whoa, whoa.
Well, yesterday in the game against Denmark, Canada and Denmark really went hammer and tongs in the first 10, loads of stones in play, and both teams nearly got burnt for time by being so aggressive early in the game. So maybe just trying a different approach this time, a little bit cleaner.
That look of intense concentration there from Tom Brewster.
Yeah, I've got to say after this morning as well that this is probably what Scotland would want. It's just a little bit of time just to bed into the game and put some of the demons of this morning out of their minds.
Kevin Cooey has that lift back in his delivery, which is quite unusual to see these days. 2010 champion in Cortina in Italy.
Yeah, and of course he was playing third stones then while skipping. Blake McDonald throwing the last.
Tom Brewster, 41 now. Tom, still as hungry as ever. Relatively new team this though, just a couple of years.
Yeah, seems to be doing a really great job of bringing through young talent, Tom. I think British curling programme can probably give Tom a pat in the back for his work in the last 10 years.
Yeah, giving them the benefit of his experience.
Of course, he skipped Greg Drummond, Scott Andrews and Michael Goodfellow, who went to play in the Winter Olympic Games with David Murdoch, still playing with that team. Final stone of the first end. Kevin Cooey just going to peel this one out to retain the last stone advantage.
So I think both teams will be relieved to get that first end out the way, just relax and get into the game, suss out the ice, and it's 0-0.
That was a bullet. Good one. Good start, boys. Get 7 more minutes.
Into the second end then of our featured game between Scotland and Canada in the round robin.
Yep. Sat down. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good, Hammy. Aye, good, Hammy.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a little bit more action here in the second end. Canada electing to throw the corner guard here and ignore that stone at the top of the 4-foot lead by Hammy McMillan. Well, Ben Hayward puts the corner guard up on his favoured out turn handle. Had a bit of a torrid time yesterday in the game against Denmark. He seemed to have two horribly matched stones. Quite often the leads get the run to the litter when it comes to the stones, so I think he reckoned there was about 20 feet of difference in speed between the two, so it wasn't easy to handle at all.
20 feet is quite quite substantial.
Yeah, it's no picnic being the lead sometimes.
Yeah, such an important role. Hebert from Regina in Saskatchewan.
Wait only. Got to curl a bit. We're close. Layer, stay with. Line's good. Got to go over it. Lock it on.
He doesn't hang about playing his stone either, does he, Logan?
Whoa, Mark, never.
No, he doesn't, and I think he's able to do that because this team will have rehearsed so many times these kind of set situations that they know they're going to face time and time again. And yeah, it's pretty much going to be the same shots all the time, so there's not too much thinking required. So just getting the hack, save some time for your players at the back end, spend a bit more time over more crucial situations.
And you see the stone being released just before the hack, and that means the green light goes on and not the red.
Light only. Real good. Breathe, Tom. No, needs to curl. Whoa. Even if it's short. Even if it's short. We're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Got a curl. Please.
It's going to tuck in just nicely in front of that yellow.
They just would have liked that just to curl a fraction just to get to the other side of the nose there for Ross.
Yeah, you can see it poking out there. Yep, we can see Tom just that bit more. You always want just that bit more, don't you, you curlers?
For a greedy bunch.
Play it a little less than Benny. Whoa, how's the weight? Wait close. Wait only. Wait only. 4 foot. 4 foot.
Well, I just wonder if Canada have hit this one a little bit hard. They're needing to get to the inside of the nose, which is what Ross was unable to do.
This is where the sweeping comes in. And that is pretty good finish. Placement.
Yeah, nicely done. And now you see those two yellow stones are pretty well locked in there, and the angle's all forcing the red stone on the left-hand side of the centre line away, and it would leave the house if it was to be hit. So Scotland going to try and play a freeze here and just protect that red stone and change the angles a little bit.
Wait close. Wait's good. Front right. Whoa. Wait only. Line's okay. 3, front ring. Close for line. You'd probably go here. Glenn. For 3. Whoa. Yep. Hard. For 3. Gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Go, guys. Come on. You got it good. Hard. Whoa.
Need to work hard to get this one round here.
Good.
Still not quite there. Meantime, let's check on sheet B. That's the Norway-Denmark game. First end, Thomas Ulsrud with the last stone.
Played a really good game this morning against Germany, dispatching them in 6 ends. And off to a flyer here as well. Makes the hit and stick, puts 2 on the board. Perfect start. And it's Norway 2, Denmark 0.
Spectators, VIPs just watching there with a nice glass or two. Watching the action, nice and close to it. Not a bad way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah, including Jennifer Jones, I just saw at the table there, the 2014 Olympic champion. Has a kid with Brent Lang.
And I believe pregnant with their second. But Jennifer here in a supporting role.
Yeah. Feel on your weight, Glenn. Yep. That's 05. 305. Like 3. Fresh out. Yeah, Hammy. It's good. T-line.
Brian Muirhead playing in his second Men's World Championship.
Line's good, go. Just go.
Played his first in 2014.
Let's go. Line's still good. I can't, it's not past that. Whoa.
And this time, where is it going to finish?
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay.
There's the Canadian bench. Watching on, John Dunn, the coach.
Guys, if I make this good and roll the shooter,
Just a sliver high, firm. Why don't we just hit the 20 through? Leave us lying.
Well, either way, we're very good chance of moving a nose triple.
Okay. Okay,
Got some options here, boys. Just a sliver high.
Millimeter high. Nose is real close, Mark. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Off. Bang.
Shuffles things around a bit. Scotland, red stones, Canada, yellow.
Which? I was surprised two of them stayed that easy. Hey? We didn't look at it close enough.
Maybe just one. I see half.
Well, the centre line wide open now.
Hellish, dangerous. So.
Usually better hitting their own in it.
Yeah. Just hit and flop off that
So
one.
Canada do have the last stone here in the centre, wide open, couple of corner guards. Scotland are lying shot position, but just need to be a little bit wary of these hanger-ons round the edge of the 8 foot.
Yep. Hard Ross. Very good. Hard Ross. Whoa. Whoa. Here down. Whoa. Here down. Off. Whoa. Off.
Here down for a week.
Hammy.
We have to get on this
Whoa.
ball.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he sensed there was a desperation there.
Yeah, I think that grabbed something there. Completely changed direction. The speed came right out of it.
Shouting off really early, guys. I shouting off really early.
Mike Harris, who looks after the Scotland team now.
Just kept sweeping.
Yeah, I had a quick chat with Mike in between the games today, and I know there was a bit of a conversation after the last game was that Tom and Glenn just need to be a little bit careful with the sweeping, especially when we've got Ross sweeping. Really seems to be having a big impact on the running line of the stones, and they
Oversweeping, you mean?
yeah, oversweeping them. They miscalled a couple in the last end earlier, and potentially did so there as well. So.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Right! Later, later! Harder! Not there now.
Here we go, two of the Reds.
Perfect. Oh, tough doubles. Good sweep. Nice.
Canada line 3.
Yep, perfectly executed.
If we catch the bottom edge of that, then still good, bud. Double what you like. Probably. I don't know what's doing momentum. I mean, that's what? 2/3. 2/3 is good. You better give me this one.
Planted on that other red, and that one's still there.
So I just wonder with the position of these 3 yellow stones whether there might be a chance to get them all going.
I think to take the 3, I think we'll have to go in with the face, but
Well, and he heard it from the horse's mouth.
other turn! Other turn! Okay.
Well, I've got a couple of problems here. It looks like the angles to me are going to be pretty close to jamming on the yellow stone closest to the tee line. The other thing is that they need to get underneath the high red to be able to get the other wide one, so they'll do well to get 2 here. Well, gets the 2 and just rubs off that top red.
Yeah, it wasn't far away.
Well, I don't think they could have done too much more there. Another look here as it rolls over, just comes off the back side of that red and runs through. So it should be a pretty straightforward deuce for Kevin Koo, you would think.
And he's rolling behind a lot.
You'll definitely be able to chase it though if he's shot. That's why this is.
If he's back. Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but if you're here and he makes the roll, if he's shot, you're going to be able to tap
I mean, the best would be. I guess you don't want it where he can plant
and
that.
sit shot.
So like right here.
Yeah, I think so.
So I might draw the button line, right?
Okay, even.
Well, I want the same ice, so it's gonna get there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I got you. Good shot, Tom. Good shot.
Very sportsmanlike.
Just kind of just bite the back
forward. Yeah, I like it. What path are you taking him? Your draw path?
Draw the button path.
Okay.
These players all know each other so well. And generally speaking, do appreciate good shots by the other team.
Well, the call here is to go to the back of the 4 foot, just anywhere on the centre line or to the left-hand side. And make it really difficult for Tom Brewster to be able to hit and roll and not leave a straightforward shot for 2.
Right here. Keep going. You're good. Right here, Cat. Right here. Right here.
Brent Lang merely a spectator for this draw.
Keep going. Keep going. Good shot, guys. Good shot. Okay. I didn't think I was getting there. No, it's tight.
Yeah, a wee bit of work.
Yeah, I was thinking if we're
Energy expelled there.
Just there. Makes it tough for 2. Well, I mean, if we go in the shooter rolls, to be honest though, you can roll buried and shot, so I probably favour that in fairness.
Yep, okay.
Control.
Wait. Control that and roll. Control it, roll. I like it.
I'm just going to hit that stone just laid by Kevin Koo and try and get underneath the red stone at the top of the rings. Not much room to roll without disappearing into second shot position. That, of course, would just leave a straight draw for 2.
Okay, you can try.
Tom.
Again, not far away.
That just took off. It was going. Yeah. It just took off. It was going.
Park that up. Okay.
Okay, you can try.
How hard, Kev?
Control.
Okay.
Looks like quite a bit, but I think it'll come up, eh?
Yeah, I think that's on the max side, but I like it.
For which?
For control.
Oh, I like that ice. I think it's going to curl going across center.
So last stone of this second end, Kevin Koo
It's not heavy. Little light. Go ahead.
should manage to secure 2 for Canada here. Let's see.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Good. Clean. Nice sweeping, Betty. Nice sweeping. Good shots, Kev.
Yep, no problem at all for him. 2 yellow counters, as you can see. Canada get points on the board first in this second end. There we go. After 2, Scotland 0, Canada 2.
Really good. That was a tough roll.
You're watching live coverage from the World Men's Curling Championship 2016. We're at the St. Jakobshalle in Basel, Switzerland.
I think you have to go. Unfortunately
4 games going on in this draw, and our featured game is Scotland against Canada.
Not him.
We're into the third end now, and Canada scoring in the second. 2-0 up. Scotland with the hammer and hoping to build something here.
Keep going, bud. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
And get some points on the board too.
He's good. We're okay. No. Looks in. Looks big. It looks big. 2.5. It's good. It's not big. Slow down.
See how important the sweeping is to get it into position.
We've done this consistently, though.
It's plenty late.
I don't think it is. I think you gotta go.
Hard line. Real hard.
Don't see Ben Hebert sliding past the hog line very often.
Hard
Are
break.
you heavy?
No, go.
One of the earliest releases in the business.
Whoa, back 8. Try to get a low bump at the
Whoa.
It is heavy. 6. It's right on the T line. 6. Good. Okay, Benny, good shot.
Just pushes it back of the tee line, so a little bit too much weight on that one.
You may keep it on that side, that keep it far. It's good. Rush! Whoa! Good shot, Hammy.
Makes the double. So a good opportunity here for Scotland to
This is wild call, isn't it?
potentially get the corner guard into play.
Make it.
Don't think the players in the hack are completely in love with this call.
We've done that all year, Don.
No, we haven't. We did it at the Briar.
Yep. Gotta go, Mark.
Trying to run
Gotta
this
go.
corner guard into the one in the house.
No, shoot it.
Oh, and he noses it.
What do you like? That yellow.
Let's have a look at sheet D.
could do
It's
that.
Russia against the United States. Russia 2-2, USA 1-2, second end. And the last stone with the Russian skip.
Well, they have to go coast to coast on this one. Can they get it into the 8 foot for 2?
Is it going to make it? Is it going to make it?
Yep. How's live? Yep.
Nicely done.
Line's
Great
there. Whoa.
sweeping there.
Go back in. Yep. No, Hammy.
Little smile there, allows himself.
Yes, Hammy. Come on, Hammy.
Well swept, guys, he said.
Gotta go, Hammy. Atta boy, Ross.
Well, back in our featured game, a nice draw to the wing there.
Nose is okay. I like Peel. Peel.
Well, Canada know here that they need to hit the wide one. I think ideally they'll want to roll into the 8 foot circle. Anything just kind of hanging out there on the wing in second shot is going to be frozen by Scotland.
Whoa. Roll. Good shot.
And manages to make the roll too.
Make the double a little thicker for you.
Freeze again. He freezes though. We're shot now.
But if we're out there and he freezes, it's a little thicker.
Good shot. Sorry about your first one. That wasn't what you needed to be hearing.
Control.
All very cordial and polite in the team
Close.
at this stage in the game.
Whoa. Wait. Slide.
Ross Patterson going to clear away that
Whoa. It's good. That.
yellow stone. Hangs about. And good separation between the two reds as far as Scotland is concerned.
Okay, keep, be ready, Brent, because in the first end, these weren't going crazy.
That's good ice so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. A little full. Clean.
It's good. You're
No,
Just
clean,
go.
no, Benny.
Whoa, get ready, Brent.
Brent,
Yep.
Brent. You gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, 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 go.
So just trading hits on the wing here.
Good scrub, Langer. Good. Yeah.
Need to roll a wee bit, Ish.
Stone starting to get high enough in the house as each nose hit moves it up and creates a better angle really for Canada to make a double takeout soon. So Glenn just acknowledging that it may need to just roll a little bit, not to leave a straightforward angle.
Ross! Whoa! 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 Yeah, Ross! Hard!
How far is it going to roll?
Okay.
I just took off at the end.
Oh,
That's
just
where
one.
the-
Is that the same stone that picked in the last end, I wonder?
They put the Harley right in that.
Sense a little frustration there from Tom Brewster.
Whoa, 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 no. Benny, whoa, whoa, yeah.
Oh, just misses out in the second.
Okay, Mark.
Well, you can roll either way. Yeah, control. Race good. Here more or less. Ross! Whoa! Whoa!
Well, Scotland are lying in shot position at the back of the 8-foot here, but still
Ross!
choosing to play a takeout here because they don't really have a good spot to be able to draw to.
Thank you, Bueno. Nice. Good job.
Good. Lucky.
Well, it makes the angle a little bit more difficult for the double than the previous one. Still very makeable though.
Quite a long way apart.
What do you want to see, Kev?
So let's see if he makes it.
Whoa! 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 Yup, 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 yup! Take Kev, good try.
Stuffs it onto that back one.
I think that's enough there.
It's quite interesting seeing the dynamic between Tom Brewster and Glenn Muirhead out there. Tom seems to make one call, Glenn says the opposite, and then they do what Glenn wants, and he's not the one throwing it. So I know there was a situation this morning where there was a double takeout, and Glenn wanted to play it one way, and Tom wanted to play it the other, and they ended up playing it the way Glenn wanted to, and it wasn't made. So
what does that suggest? That Tom's lacking in confidence about decisions, or?
I'm not sure exactly. I think the point I'm just trying to make is that the thrower needs to be happy with the shot that's being thrown. Otherwise,
Yep,
you may not make the shot. Sometimes it's better to make the wrong call and make the shot than to make the right call and miss it.
Yep. You have to be fully confident as you're delivering that you can
Come on!
make it.
Come on, it's good, hard! Come on, Ross, go! Come on, Ross! Come on, Ross, go! Good sweep. Good.
A lot of effort to get that into position. There it is, tucked behind the line of the yellow one.
Yeah, they kind of wanted to get that one a little bit further down there so that Canada couldn't make the hit and roll in behind and into shot position.
Same way as last
Good enough to lie to, though.
Kevin Cooey's last stone in this end. He's trying to limit
Get ready, Brent.
You're gonna have to go, Brent.
Tom Brewster's options here.
Hard. Hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hard. Go.
Pretty good shot, Kev. Good sweep, guys. Good sweep. Good sweep.
Well, certainly good enough to make that top redstone a nuisance, and Tom Brewster will have to drop the weight here to tap this back. Well, he needs to really move that yellow back maybe a foot to score 2.
No, he'll have to work hard to get his 2 here.
Honestly.
Challenging
He's
shot.
right. Okay. You can come out if needed.
I think this is the right call with this one.
Should they are.
Had a big sigh there.
12.
Yeah, yeah.
You get ready, Hammy. Yeah.
Wee bit less.
Sort of 8 feet on your left.
Yeah.
Weight's good.
Last stone of this third end. What can Scotland get here?
Line's good. Off, Ross.
Whoa. Time to go for weight.
Yep. Hammy. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Ross.
Go, Ross.
Whoa. Hammy, go. Whoa, Ross.
Ross on next.
Ross.
Going to touch it.
Is it good enough for 2? I think it might just be.
That was on, off, on, off. On Hammy, off Ross.
Honestly, it's just
You need to go for weight.
Definitely 1 for Scotland. Is it 2?
Yeah. 2. Yeah.
Yep, and the guys are saying 2. Canada saying 2. That was too close for comfort. If you're Scottish, here it is again.
The one on the L's got to go fucking hard for weight and make sure they get the rolls. Any rolls.
I needed to keep going for weight though when you're saying that.
So after 3, Scotland 2.
Anything in the rings.
Canada 2.
Like with skips rocks, you need to come up with that.
But there, I was trying to tell you, I had to go for weight. It's not too bad. Shoot me far away, boys. Easy.
So 2-2 in our featured game.
We're pretty good.
Just wait.
To
I think we need to go
in number 4 rather. Lots of action, as you can see, going on
Plenty of running on that.
in the arena. Another 4 games in this round robin. There are the numbers so far. We're on sheet C.
Fairly tight, Langer.
I just want the 1 sweeper on for direction at the moment. Now the 2.
Nice sweep. Nice, really good spot.
Yeah, generally when you see just one of the sweepers sweeping, they'll be trying to control where the stone's going for line, and when they get it 2 brushes down, they'll be trying to shift it a little bit further for weight.
Scotland lead, Hammy McMillan. 82% so far in the whole tournament.
How's line?
White.
Good.
Front ring.
3.
Whoa.
Line's good.
Whoa. Just get the weight right.
Oh.
Full weight, Nate. Bite, Nate. Yep. Go now. Get it straight.
Good hammy.
Normal. Normal.
Ben Hebert, the Canadian lead, is a point better, 83.
Whoa, Brent. Whoa, Mark. Oh, jeez.
Not happy with that one though.
I think he said Mark.
Yeah, I did, but then I knew we weren't getting there.
Good shot, Benny. Sorry. Too much.
No, really? I don't like that. Where are we rolling with this?
Just straight pew.
Yep. Yeah, I'll go with this.
Well, just calling the peel here. Don't think the players at the hack were in love with this call. It's quite a defensive option.
I like this.
I like another corner. No? Okay.
This is okay too.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Speed should be close, but no faster. Should be close, but no faster. Yeah.
Well, in the second end, they threw this line a couple of times for this draw. 85% for the tournament for the Canadians' first few games.
Look at the power there from Hebert. I'm surprised there's any pad left after that.
Oh, good shot, Lane. Good sweep. Good sweep, Benny. Good sweep, Benny. Good sweep. Nice throw. All right, like 13 threes. Perfect.
Mark, you can go too, Mark.
Keep going. Wait, close, gotta go.
And look at this, look at the work going in there. And just trying to drag it a bit further, bring it round.
Oh, good shot.
So similar line from Scotland.
Whoa, God, so much room. Somebody go behind. Somebody go behind the rock.
Yep, roll.
Let's talk.
Go on.
Yes, go on, Tom. Work it.
And that was unfortunate.
Stuck in the front.
Such as the commitment
Oh, enjoyed
of the
that.
Scottish skip.
Great effort not to burn the stone there from Tom Brewster. Full plank right across the house.
Oh, did he touch it? No, he didn't. That was impressive. That's the move of the end.
Similar then.
He's just watched himself on the big screen, and all the players having a good smile about that.
Well, hopefully that'll be in the highlight reel later on.
There should be room. There should be room.
3 feet more. What? 3 feet more. 5 feet more.
Mark,
Mark. 5 feet more. Mark. Go, Mark. Easy.
That was a good shot in the end by Scotland.
Benny.
Worth all the effort.
Keep going hard.
Worth looking a numpty. And it's another nice one from Canada, though.
Nice push up.
Tough one, man. We had her. Yeah.
Anywhere high.
Top.
What do you think?
Edinburgh's wild, boys.
What do you think?
Edinburgh just high, nose isn't bad.
Well,
It was,
we're flashing.
yeah.
Everything yellow back.
So through.
We're
In
going
the
to
better position and manage to get it back up.
back when you hold throw.
Yeah, I know.
So, if you catch it that way, you might miss the back red. No, probably not. Actually, no chance.
Once you guard it.
I mean, if
He's
we
coming
free,
in on the in
we
turn.
have to play
It's
it.
going
'Cause if we
sideways.
can't go the out turn
No.
freeze because he just runs it.
Always thinking, what's he going to do next? There's the Scotland bench.
I wait. I don't think it was in that far.
Motley crew.
Aye. So it's just quicker. Quicker than I think then.
Muirhead, 86%. Let's see what this will do for his stats. 1, 2, 3, away.
Okay. Good try.
They go.
Hey, Redo.
Let's take another look.
So what happened with the 5? Good outset.
Scotland red, remember. Let's see what's left.
Good outset.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I don't think they could have done too much more with
Thinking that normal.
that. Didn't seem like a great outcome in the end.
I think this will curl a bit. I like. Sure. You guys okay with normal? Yeah. Any weight you like.
So now Canada with a chance to hit in live 3 with the last stone. 86% for the week for Mark this far.
Clean. Whoa, no. Langer. Whoa. Yep. Langer. Good. Real good.
Well, Scotland are in a bit of a
No
pickle
sense
here.
of adventures, eh?
Yep, 3 yellow stones, nicely placed, well separated.
No, there's no easy ones, is there?
Pretty flat, Glenn. What's that?
Pretty flat.
It's pretty flat. Yeah. I can't see me getting it out, but.
I'll expect to see a rocket coming down here. That old Manitoba tuck delivery, always good for generating some power.
It's not even there.
Eh?
I don't know if he could have done much more there, could he really? I mean, he gave it a lot of all he had.
No, I don't think so, Alison. I think in hindsight, they probably wouldn't have thrown as much weight as that. Not a great result to roll into 4th position. They would have been better just playing a hit and roll onto the centre line
But I've only been
if
top
they knew
house
that
for
that
4
wasn't
feet.
possible.
That one. This way, back 4. That's the way. Okay.
So
Sounds good,
Tom
eh?
Brewster's going to have some work
13 and a half.
to do here if they don't want to lose a big score.
Big discussion between these 3 about the weight.
I got a little less than that. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna have to dig. We're gonna have to really dig. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Come on, guys.
All right, Langer.
Come on, guys. Come on. Keep going.
Right to it, at least T.
Keep going. Come on.
Canada just trying to replace the stone that Glenn just removed.
Keep going. Oh, jeez, guys. Nice sweep. Great sweeping. Sorry, perfect. Good scrub. Perfect. Yeah. I was thinking about saying to you, get it splittable. Looked like it wasn't going to slide.
All right, Langer.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Well, a great look at the sweep
Keep going.
here. 2 very different sweeping techniques. Ben Hebert.
He's right down the room, isn't he?
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, head right over the brush as well. It's a much more powerful position than the one that Brent Lang creates, with him being much higher up, higher centre of gravity.
2 players chatting there.
Yeah, you see most of the players out there today trying to recreate that sweeping technique that Ben Hebert has.
Whoa! Whoa! Javi! Whoa! Ross! Whoa! Whoa! Javi! Whoa! Whoa!
A lovely shot.
That's good.
Just rolls out the other side, but certainly puts it in a more useful position than where Glenn rolled to.
You need to do it this way.
You're gonna leave.
Yeah, that's good too. You're gonna get like auto double, but off which one? Off your shooter. Back to?
Yeah, you're gonna leave some kind of double, but we get a 2 probably. Yeah, but
Is there any chance we can roll to here, Kev? I mean, he might play that, but okay. Is the further roll better
wow,
if we have an option?
you
or
can
just-
get to here. It's pretty good.
somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. I mean, you don't have a ton.
Briney, I got lots to get under, like
Okay.
heavy board.
Heavy board?
Yeah.
Middle of the yellow at least?
Going long roll?
Yeah.
I think we're trying to roll a little past the other yellow.
Widows of time there, Logan, haven't they?
Just want to get away from the
Yeah, absolutely. They've only used just coming up for 12 minutes for the first 4 ends. You would consider that if you're averaging about 3 minutes an end, then you've got plenty of time. That would take you to 30, and of course you've got 38 to use. So
Actually, yeah, no,
So they
that's
can
pretty
afford
good.
a little
I'm
bit
just
of
thinking
time
if
for
we
a
roll
chat
dead
here
buried,
if they needed
he's
it.
got to make the freeze against the bundle, and I don't think he can come off that wide one.
Is there any way Canada can get 3 here?
This is the call, Kev.
What do you want to see, Kev?
well, absolutely. They have the opportunity to lie 3, so that would require a multiple takeout of some sort from Tom Brewster to
No, it doesn't.
reduce the damage if they could make this.
Okay.
You can get, yeah.
Stone positioning crucial here. They don't quite put it in the right spot, then they could leave a triple
We're
takeout.
never crashing, Benny.
Clean!
We're never crashing.
Whoa! Get ready,
Brent, you're
Brent!
gonna have to go, Brent.
Go, Brent! Go! Go, Brent! You gotta go, Brent! You gotta go! Good, good, good!
Keep going.
Hard, keep going, keep going!
Perfect shot. Great shot, Kev. Great shot.
Man, it
Well,
wasn't
rolls
anywhere
to a
good
position
roll.
where
Nowhere.
that triple takeout looks pretty risky. And I guess if you stick it onto the back red, though, you're probably going to get something in the middle.
Go, Brent!
Here's another look at that takeout. Sweeping at the end, try and make it curl.
Keep going.
And that makes the roll over to the other side of the center line.
Great shot, Kev. Great shot.
So maybe if Tom gets this one really good, they might be able to cart all 3 of these Yellowstones out of the house.
Is he confident about making it? That's the big question.
Well, I'm sure he's going to lay it well. I think the question mark here for Scotland is, will they judge the sweeping correctly? Because that's what the trouble's been today.
He's 85% throughout the tournament. It's all down to his sweepers now.
Must be close.
Oh my goodness.
Gets to, oh, and makes almost a freeze on the other yellow.
Very nicely done by Tom Brewster.
Ah, it was there. Just a wee another tickle Euros that we do. See how much their shot one was. Oh my God! I've never seen it. I couldn't believe how much that.
Close, just a fraction thicker, and they might have got all 3 of these going.
Just bounces off it.
Ross just a little bit too slow to get on the sweep there to try and get it right up onto the nose. So there is still a chance here for 2 for Canada.
Same on this side.
It was quite a pretty good damage limitation shot, that one from Tom Brewster.
No, that's too much. That was at least that was bored anyway.
You just got to move it
Yeah.
2 feet.
Throw a hack. The
So hack's
speed's the same.
good. Yeah, I got you.
Not heavy.
How's the weight?
Last stone now of the 4th.
Go, Brent!
Gotta go.
Easy, guys, easy.
So holding it straight at the moment.
Get ready!
Whoa!
it harder, man.
Not hard enough.
One.
So restricting Canada 2-1 there. A well-played shot from Tom Brewster. I think he'll be quite pleased with that.
Tough one, Kev.
So after 4 now, it's Scotland 2, Canada 3.
Yeah, sorry, 1.
Good Canadian support inside the St Jakobshalle for this game between Scotland and Canada. The 100th meeting of these two teams in the World Men's Championship, which goes way back to 1959. Although it didn't become official until the mid-60s.
That's all. That's just not hacked. That's as simple as that. That wasn't hacked. If you're going to err on outside to be heavy, it's heavy hack.
I thought his first we were throwing good board and we kind of ended up easy board.
Yeah. Okay, forget. It's good. Top 4, boys.
Let's go.
Going in?
Yep.
Are you sure we're going in?
Where are we going?
Where are you going?
Tight.
Okay. That's a little bit light. Okay.
A little bit of discussion about the weight right at the start of this end again. Seems to be a recurring theme.
All right, guys, keep going. You're okay. Keep going. Easy,
Kevin
your
Cooey
weight's okay. See if you
helping
get it
this
in.
one a little bit.
Okay, Benny, good shot.
All right, we're going around the high side.
Yeah.
There's a couple of feet away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thankless task really this week for the ice crew. Really difficult conditions to work under. We've got 4 of the biggest dehumidifiers around here that I've ever seen, just trying to suck some of the moisture out of the air and remove some of this frost that's making things so difficult for the players.
It's not a dedicated ice facility, this hall. It's used for all sorts of sporting events and concerts and things. And they have done a fantastic job setting it all up.
Good, Junior. Ground. That's your gripper on this side.
Felt a little bit light, Mark. Line's good. Line's
Wait
good.
only.
Yeah. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Hebert saying he thought this might be light.
Line's good.
So it's now up to the sweepers.
Just wait, just wait. No, line's fine, Langer.
Good job, Benny. Yeah.
Same turn if you like. It's nice to see it.
A wee bounce is okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, aye. Maybe a fraction.
So again, we'll have a race around the middle. This centre guard. Canada definitely had the upper hand last time around.
Looks a lot.
Line only?
No.
Right, you're okay. It's getting better.
Oh no,
Our
line's
full
huge.
team. Line's you here, Tom.
Do you want to go back? Do you want to go behind?
We go behind it then.
Still there?
Yep.
Well, they're changing the plan, I think, now for this one.
Make
Yep.
sure it does
Plan.
it.
It just gets past that. It's going on a bit though, and on a bit, and on a bit, and on a bit. It's just going to hang on in there.
gave us the same, eh?
You just put a wee extra.
So there's what's going on elsewhere on sheet A. Fourth end, Korea 2, Finland 2. Norway, Denmark, Norway 2, Denmark 1. And in the fourth end on sheet D, Russia 2, United States 4. 3-2 in our featured game. In the fifth end,
Well, that wasn't exactly what Scotland wanted, but it does have a little bit of nuisance value.
No, easy, no, not yet. Mark, yeah, Mark, Penny. No, whoa. Up.
Easy on the roll. This one isn't? It's like,
Not a good hit and roll to lie to.
Use it for a couple. Use it on Kevin's. Both of Kevin's. Like, I'm pretty aggressive.
can you not do that? Got a quarter. Okay.
Get the red card, where is it?
Okay.
You got your red? Okay.
Sorry, fine. Was that there?
Well,
No, that's not it.
Scotland deciding that this isn't a great spot to do anything very aggressive. Canada have a really good draw in behind. So they're going to try and run this onto the wide yellow. Just hit some rolls to a corner guard, so at least it opens up that yellow stone in the centre line that was hidden previously.
Good control. Positive control.
Hey, with a good throw, they're not going crazy out here. Yeah, just so you know. Weight's good.
Clean. Whoa, Mark. Whoa, Benny. Right to it.
so away goes the red.
Good shots.
Almost like
They
the
want
other double.
normal.
Same throw! Same throw!
Okay.
Ross Patterson actually carrying a bit of an injury at the moment. You see he's wearing some blue tape up the inside of his left arm, right up through his tricep and into his shoulder and into his neck. He just woke up one morning with a bit of a sore neck. It gradually got worse as the day went on, and he wasn't able to do a huge amount of sweeping at the World Curling Tour event in Aberdeen recently. So that is something that he's having to manage as the week goes on.
Yeah, it was an intense week this as well, so putting his body to the test.
I got 3/4 at
Norway,
least.
Denmark, let's check on that. Sheet B, last stone from Ulsrud. Norway 2-1 up.
Yep.
Looking to be a very tight game, this one, between these two.
Yep.
Easy, Benny, easy.
And safely secures one there
Never, Benny.
to edge a little bit further ahead. 3-1 to Norway.
No.
Yep.
Whoa. Nice, Mark.
Sit. Shot. That's good.
Tight game here, 2 between Scotland and Canada. 3-2 to Canada at the moment. Fifth end.
You like that? Yeah. I'm not sure I do.
Normal.
Swapping of brushes.
Okay.
Make sure you've got the right one. Smoother pad or the abrasive pad. Something the players have had to get used to this season.
Whoa! Hammy! Get right over!
Whoa.
Looking like this end might turn into
Right over.
a force going into the half-time break. Scotland not really managing to generate any offense here that would result in a multiple score.
Clean.
Easy, guys.
Yep. Yep.
It's easy.
Gotta go, Benny.
Whoa!
I don't know.
Whoa! Hard count! Hard count! Go, 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 go! Keep going! Keep going!
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Really surprised that curled. Jeez.
Okay.
That spot shouldn't do that.
Take our time. Normal. Yep. Tommy. Tommy. Tommy, hard. Hard. Come on, Tommy. Whoa.
Just got that going here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm guessing we'll be. Just
I
got
saw a
that.
great tweet one day, Alison, where this whole kind of development of the whole directional sweeping business, obviously it was put up by someone who plays front end, and he said the best thing about directional sweeping is that the skips had to learn my name. So
yeah, it's pretty important to get the right one.
yeah, it's
the right sweeper.
totally changed the communication.
Get this.
There's much less
Oh, I think you just
yes,
roll
no, and
like-
hard, but which one of them actually needs to sweep the thing to get the shot made?
Yeah. Yeah, Skip can't get that wrong. There's major implications.
Clean.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So you hear Kevin Cooey say it here.
Clean. Yes. Whoa.
Not
Whoa.
heavy. Little light.
Whoa.
Langer.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Ben,
whoa.
Ben, Ben.
Whoa.
Hard, hard, hard. Sweep it. Somebody.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Perfect. Good shot. Good sweep, guys.
I think he called him Langer there, did he? Langer or Ben?
He's coming around that. So.
Do you like just going there?
It's so friggin' thin, the other one, eh? That's like less than quarter rope.
I don't think this is the thing for a circus shot.
If we're, that's the one to hit. Just check under this, here. Yeah, yep.
You see the big screen there, scoreboard. What do you call that actually?
It's a jumbotron.
A jumbotron. A jumbotron, and they can glance it up at it occasionally and just remind themselves where they are. And sometimes it does help them, I think.
Well, choosing to hit the stone behind the tee line here
Let it run.
seems like the one to guarantee a score, but not necessarily the one that will help them blank the end.
No, no, Ross. Whoa. 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 Nice shot.
Well, a good shot and rolls partially under that yellow, which will make life just a little bit trickier.
Yeah, not too unhappy with that.
Not a lot.
Scottish
I'm
skip.
guessing it'd be
It's a lot like
similar to
that side.
Still straightforward for Canada to remove that red stone, but
Same at I threw.
Like
a little bit more
Anderson,
difficult
like
to
taking
hang
a
around
bit
and lie to.
This way the ball rings to roll too, so I think you should play
control?
board. At least
Yeah,
heavy
board. Yeah.
I don't mind control either.
Yeah.
heavy board. Kind of similar to Mark's. We're guessing it does.
It'll be similar. Yeah, it will. Yeah. Not super heavy. Easy.
Clean. Yep. Just board.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean it.
Whoa.
Clean it.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ben, yeah.
Hard Ben.
Go.
Hard.
That's good. That's good.
Hard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. That's perfect.
Yep.
Great shot, Kevin. Good sweep, guys. Good sweep, guys.
I think we can throw a fraction. Same way. A hair.
Well, I think this is what Tom probably expected to face with his last stone, going by his first call. I don't think he was ever going to generate anything more interesting than that, but important to keep their concentration and make this shot. I think with the introduction of directional sweeping, then players may be more likely to throw a takeout than a draw in a situation like this, because they can't really control the line of the stone. It takes the weight out of the equation.
So last stone of the 5th. Teams will head into the break after this to regroup. Safely done by Tom Brewster. So 5 ends played, part 1 is finished. And after 5, we're all square and all set for part 2. Scotland 3, Canada 3.
Scotland versus Canada, and here in the second end, after a blank first, a well-worked deuce here, finished off by Kevin Cooey. Just a straightforward takeout here at the back of the forefoot. 2 yellow and a 2-shot lead for Canada. On to the third end, Scotland hitting back around the corner guard. Tom Brewster electing to just throw a backline weight to tap the yellow stone through. And a big sweep at the end. Push it as far as you can. Gets it just far enough to put 2 on the board and tie the game up after 3 ends. And then on to the 5th end. Tom Brewster facing 2 with his last stone to tie the game up once more. And just a nice control weight takeout. Hits and sticks around. And after 5 ends, nothing between them. It's Scotland 3, Canada 3. Well, over to the other side of St. Jakob's Hallet. Here's Korea against Finland. And the final stone here of the 4th end. Currently trailing, oh, actually 2 each into the 4th end. And needs to steer one past these 2 yellows at the edge of the forefoot. Does so successfully and puts a point on the board for Korea, still chasing their first win of the week. So confirmation, Korea 3, Finland 2 in the 5th end. Norway leading Denmark by 3-1. And Russia trailing United States by 3-4.
Top 4, no chance. They skid more than... Absolutely. But listen, the top 4 almost needs to be fully 8, not on the forefoot. Anything slipping back, that's when we get this build-up like this. If it's further forward, there's less chance of a build-up. Touch red. Just touch. Yeah. We're going to go around it. Yeah.
So pretty even game on the scoreboard and a pretty even game in the stats as well. Canada just a couple of notches up on Scotland, but pretty even overall. And of course, with Canada starting the game with the last on advantage, they have always just been a slight step ahead of Scotland.
Easy. Good. Keep it going. Yeah. Stop that. It's good. It's good. Good, Tommy. No, I hate it. I hate it. No, Mark.
Well, you know how he feels about that one.
If you want to go to 2026, we got to get them throwing more like that.
So the 6th end now of this feature game between Scotland and Canada. Good percentages for Hammy McMillan.
Don't want to go.
At lead for Scotland.
No, just let it run.
Side.
No, I don't think so.
Hi, guys.
Probably biting, Tom. We're in.
Really in.
Don't mind it. Okay. Straight anyway.
Oh, just a little bit heavy-handed by Hammy. Wanted that one to come up in the free guard zone. So Canada will be able to play a take-it on that top stone.
Quite a bit harder.
It's the same one I threw.
I know. It's quite a bit harder this way.
Okay, fine.
95% the Canadian lead. Ben
No
Hebert.
extra. No. Close. Close. Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Right.
There, gotta go.
Benny.
Okay, next time.
Big size all round there, you can hear. See all the action there going on in all 4 sheets here. Ross Patterson, 85% for this game at second.
Tommy, get ready. Good sweep. Just rolled it ahead. Go on, Hammy. Junior.
One more corner?
Yeah, Lisa.
Okay. Sure.
Brent Lang, second player, also 85.
I thought I was good, Mark. I don't think it's that light.
On heavy. You're good.
Just halfway.
Just keep it room down.
You can see the beads of perspiration on Brent Lang's head. I think I can only see 2 players out there who are wearing jackets. Extremely warm here in St. Jakobshallet.
Players drinking a lot, and we see them disappearing every now and then to the loo. So testing conditions,
Let it run. Let it ride. Fine.
especially if you're a sweeper.
Good. That was good throw. That fits.
Easy.
Well, looks like Canada are just going to give up on this end and just run it through, and Scotland will be quite happy with that
Yeah, you can
as
see-
well.
You can see how quickly he played that stone. That's usually an indication.
First one slid pretty good. Yeah. It was tight of normal weight to keep try and keep save the pads.
Canada will be a little bit disappointed to be blanking here in the 6th end. Generally, it's a bit of an advantage in a tight game when you do have the last stone on the even ends. So they're going to give that up, and really it comes as a result of a half shot played with just the second stone of the end by Ben Hebert when he hit and rolled out of the rings.
Okay. Good. Nice throw. Firm.
So tight game, 3-3. Good numbers for this game from Mark Kennedy at 90% for his play.
Glenn, just to 80% today, so I don't want to drop any lower than that.
Attaboy.
Thanks.
Tom Brewster racing down to the other end, just to try and save a crucial few seconds on the clock.
So not too much happening in our game really, so let's check on sheet B, Norway and Denmark. 3-1 to Norway. This is Rasmus Sjerna, the Danish skip, fifth end. Attempting to close the gap, and he will close it by 1. Norway 3, Denmark 2. Going into the break there.
Måske godt, hvis du har spillet en frisk fart. Altså lige nu er det vigtigt at bare holde os med i gang.
Yeah, good to see Rasmus back on form after a year in the wilderness a little bit. Dropped down to the B group and finished last in the World Championship. But returned to the A group in the Europeans with a victory in the Esbjerg, and then defeated Italy in the challenge to qualify for the World Championships here this week.
Yeah, he's had a long road back. Back on the world stage.
Well, you might be able to hear the horn being blown here in St. Jakob's Halle. The Alpine horn being played by Stefan Kornusian. For those who know a little bit about curling, Stefan Kornusian represented Scotland, represented Switzerland even in international championship not too long ago.
Doesn't go very far, does it? Doesn't have a chance. I'm just slowing it down.
It's quite a doleful, soulful sound, isn't it? Quite mellow and relaxing. I'm sure players aren't even aware of it here. Last stone of this sixth end.
Good. Yep, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Just going to make sure that it is blanked.
Yeah. Blank end, yeah. Good work, Kev.
So six ends gone.
A bit of gritty.
Good shot.
And it's 3 apiece.
Good throw.
Good. Right.
So 7th end underway in our featured game, Scotland against Canada.
If anything over Curl.
Top 8.
Looks hot.
Not for weight.
Looks hot.
Over curl. Right.
Didn't quite
Bet.
get to that. Didn't quite get to that. Okay.
Works.
Well, big mistake there, and I mentioned about trying to have the last ton advantage in the even ends.
Just clean only. It looks a little
And after
Clean it,
Scotland doing a
Brent.
good job of running through that 6th end to get them the hammer in the 8th and 10th, then they've really given up that right by throwing their first one into the house. Really needed to have that in the free guard zone so they could force Canada to score here. Just saw a bit of a rueful look on Roscoe's face.
You're good. You're good.
So it looks like there's not going to be too much drama here in the 7th end either.
Oh, Mark, you're okay. Clean it. That's what I. Whoa. Mark. Oh, don't matter. No.
My exterior is you need lots of rocks in place. You don't have to make as many shots. You just need to make one really good one late.
Control. Let it right.
Nice. Nice throw, Ross.
Over in sheet D, we have Russia against the USA. Russia 3, USA 4, 5th end. John Schuster, the American captain.
Close. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, hammer. Whoa.
There's a lot going on up there.
Hard.
Tap this one in, and what's it going to do?
That's you, Ben.
Where's the yellow, Tommy?
Manages to get one there, I think. Or was it a steal of one, I think?
Yeah, still 1 for Russia. Just didn't quite manage to pull that one off. Maybe the game there tied at 4.
I want it in.
So Canada hit and roll out of the rings. Scotland opting not to throw the guard there. So of course after this end, assuming it is blank, 3 ends to go.
Clean.
You would expect the
Yep.
3 ends to be scored in, and if the team with the hammer scored in each one, it would mean that Canada would have the hammer twice to Scotland once. So quite a big mistake there by the Scottish lead.
Yep. Like the domino effect. Has implications after, for every shot following it, changing strategy.
Let it run. Tommy.
Unless Canada make a mistake, of course, and then it can change things again.
Just clean.
Speed curling.
Well, we certainly have plenty of time at the end if it comes to some big decisions in the last couple.
Yes.
Whoa! Just listen. Run it is the end we needed to go. Just save it. You're sitting. You were always sitting. You did. Clear all out to there.
Clean.
Yep, yep. Oh, good.
That's how juniors used to be, boys.
Nah, I'll do a couple flashes.
Is that what the juniors was like, Logan?
It was when I played it in 2005. We couldn't make any draws though. These guys can all make draws. Yeah, just referring to the fact that there's not many stones in play, so hopefully that'll change in the next stand. Relying on the lead players finding the free guard zone for that to happen. But I'm sure going into the 8th end that Canada are going to take a little bit more risk to try and get a score on the board in the 8th end.
Probably. Maybe just roll it a hair this way.
Try and create some sort of an advantage.
Still that firm.
This is all part of the strategy. 7th end.
Whoa, whoa, yep, 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 yep. No roll.
Good shot, Kev. Toss, Kev.
Get more.
It's the first time we're going to have enough time to finish the game.
What's that?
It's the first time we're going to have enough time to finish.
Right.
Nice.
Bit of a speed wobble there for Tom Brewster.
Tommy. Tommy. Gotta go. Whoa, yep, yep, yes. Whoa. Okay.
I thought it would. Lucky asked for more.
Yeah, she's that line.
So you always like to make your opposition skip play a hit and roll out the blank at the end. Tom not quite able to do that on this occasion. So this is just going to be a throw through here for Kevin Curry to retain the last stone going into the 8th end.
Away it goes.
Blank.
Yep,
Everybody still
it
awake?
has been blanked.
Same again. Nothing
So
long.
Canada retain the hammer. And
Hi, Jenny.
I'm sure we'll see some scoring in end number 8, but that is the position after 7. Scotland 3, Canada 3.
Like I said, juniors.
We might keep going in.
Let's do it.
You're watching live coverage from the World Men's Curling Championship 2016. We're in the St. Jakobshalle in Basel in Switzerland. Alison Walker and Logan Gray bringing you live commentary on our featured game, which is Scotland against Canada, the 100th meeting of these two well-established teams, old rivals over the years, and Canada with the upper hand, certainly in terms of matches won over the years. But it's all square here. It's 3-3.
Yeah, hard, Brent. Two-thirds,
Halfway. We're there for sure. Halfway.
And we're set to see some scoring in this end. Canada with the hammer.
Shot, Benny.
And Scotland will do all they can to prevent it.
Well, Scotland need a guard here from Hammy. Something he was unable to do in the last end and resulted in the end just being run through. So
We got room. Come on, Glenn.
looks like he's made a suitable correction this time.
Line's good. You
Not
can
for
go a
weight.
wee bit. Get it tight.
That's tight.
You need to be
Even
tight
keep it
for
really
line.
tight.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Three would be great. You can't just leave that in the center. It's too big.
Comparison of the two leads in terms of hits, which they don't have to make all that often, but overall not much to choose between the two.
Hard. Hard. Hard line. Roof. Roof. Line only. Whoa. Line only. You gotta go, Brent. You gotta go. Hard. Hard, Brent. Hard, 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 hard. Sorry, Vanny. Good throw.
I'll just slightly miscommunicated that one.
Get all of one, yeah.
And bounced off, so
Control.
Scotland can either throw a freeze in there, or they can play take it in the top yellow.
Loads of time. Just control.
As much as that, like.
Just that way, it's good.
You can drop the weight.
Barrier. Okay, barrier.
Fire! Hammy! Gotta go, Hammy! Whoa, whoa! Let it work! Good! Go! Go! Hard! Whoa! It's good there.
Good there. We just pan on
Sorry.
inside then.
Hey, me?
Benny, go high. Oh, I think if anything you roll under the center, no? You gotta run the guard, or you hit and roll under the center. Scoring eight's big, I like running the guard. I don't like to hit and roll behind the corner.
Guys like rolling this way or this way? What are you thinking? Board? Board?
Second players,
Want a bit more?
comparison. Ross Patterson slightly up on Brent Lang in terms of overall percentage.
We're bored, Brent.
Clean.
Still quite good numbers for both.
Never. No. 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 Mark. Go. Benny. Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. 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 Okay.
Good anger, good throw. Seen the line now.
You want to throw more?
Do you like the same weight or you want more?
I quite like this.
Let's go then.
So it looks like same shot again here for Scotland. They may want to roll towards the centre line a little bit. Don't want to leave a double take out to then roll behind the corner guard.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait. Whoa! Yes! Yep.
That rolls underneath a bit.
Not much.
Probably enough though to take away that double take out and roll behind the corner guard that talked about.
Try this with normal.
Yeah. Sure.
I good for us. We'd swept on the high side there, so theirs went straight.
You can double and roll, buddy.
I don't think they have rolled quite far enough now that I see that angle. Would have liked to just tuck another quarter stone underneath. So,
I did think it was quite far out, I have to say.
Just normal.
Oh, your eyes are obviously better than mine.
All depends on the angle you're looking at. There's so many angles that...
Oh, huge miss here from Brent Lang.
It catches the guard at the top. Well, could that be the break Scotland are looking for? Anyway, let's quickly hop over to sheet B. That Norway-Denmark game. 6th end, 3-2. Here's Ulrud of Norway with the final stone.
Now, it looks like they're facing a couple of yellows. Oh, well, who's shot out of that, I wonder? Looks like it could be the yellow and maybe a steal for Denmark.
Yeah, they're having a good look. From this angle, it certainly looks like the yellow stone. Right, we'll let you know about that as soon as we know. Let's just get back to the chat on our game.
Is a different kettle
Oh,
fish.
and they've called down the coach, the Scotland team. Let's see what they've got to say.
No, but we're leaving. Yeah, so do I.
Right. The biggest thing was like once we peel like going the next end, I think we got
Double guard.
Double guard, right?
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
all well and good.
Do you make straight peel or try and hit roll here?
No,
Just straight peel.
Get the blank, and then next end, then we have to throw a double center. That's
I agree.
The biggest thing.
They're all such a hard
So if you don't get it
Oh, well, you roll corner over here.
corner, that's worse, right? Absolutely. Or as bad. No, peel it out, and then we got to throw a double center.
They've still got to make a double, guys.
All they can do to blank the next.
They've still got to make a double.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, we've plenty of time, so I thought, why not?
Okay, good.
Okay. Make the field.
Patience. They're not patient. They're rushing the route. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, an interesting time out there.
That fluff there, Leno.
Didn't really discuss the current situation too much. It was about what they're going to do going forward in the future end. So I think everybody on the same page that they're quite happy to blank this 8th end. And their best way to do that is to just peel the corner guard. With the stones in the centre line not being completely in line, it's quite hard to throw a good guard on both of those stones. So taking the safe option here.
Yep. Yes! Hard! Hard! There we go. There you go. Good.
And there it goes. So they had a measure for that one, and Norway, in fact, does get 1. So they are 4-2 ahead now. Must have been close.
Whoa. Whoa. Eddie, gotta go.
Hard, Kev! Hard, Kev! Keep going, Kev! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going!
Oh, it's still tickling there on the edge. Nibbling away.
Hard, Kev! Hard, Kev! Hard, Kev! Hard, Kev! Keep going, Kev! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going!
Speed's good what you were saying. It's the same as before, isn't it?
Yeah, not changed.
Yeah, like 05.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
So double takeout gets
We want
made,
this, Tom.
It's level. So it's a hair quicker
and actually that red just clinging on to the edge of the 12-foot. So Scotland with a chance to split the rings and lie 2. What they were actually talking about at the timeout is what they were going to do in the 9th end, and that was that they were pretty much going to throw the kitchen sink at Canada to try and force them to score 1, and they would do that by throwing a double centre. So still need to see how this 8th end pans out, but it could be interesting to see the setup in the 9th.
Yeah, the unexpected could still happen here, which might change that.
Aye, that's better than going another 2 feet anyway.
There we go, well separated.
I think the weight is that heavy board, like play it this way, kind of. You need good board.
Good board.
As opposed to bad board. So board, we would call it barrier weight in Scotland, but it's kind of definitely enough weight to get your stone to the other end of the bumper at the other end of the ice, so enough to push it through. It's generally known as a kind of control weight where you can make sure that you keep your shooter around, quite often used for playing hit and rolls.
Whoa.
Important shot here for Canada.
Whoa! Hard, Benny! Whoa! What? The goal line! Whoa!
Trying to hit and roll right over to the wing here, in front of that other red. How did it look? Pretty good. Oh, makes the freeze as well. Super shot, Mark Kennedy.
Missed my first one, trap him. Good sweep, guys.
Nicely done. Very, very good judgment here. Skip happy.
Don't make it easy.
Nice shot.
Go back to plan A for Scotland.
Ross! Whoa! Ross! Hard!
Oh, can he squeeze it out the side door? Does just enough.
Our visions of that one go back.
I did wonder if they would be thinking about the last shot this morning in the game against Japan, where they had a similar situation and Ross swept it, the stone went back and they missed it altogether, so cost them the game, that one. So
it does play on the mind a bit.
They threw it to start the end, so.
Yeah, we have
Stats for the two skips are very similar.
Yeah, I think it's real close. Maybe just try and draw it slower. It's no faster.
Draw it there on my own. Further the better, Benny, as long as you're in the house.
Yeah, this is definitely not through. No. 14. Good sweep, guys. So,
Yep.
Safely in.
throw.
Yeah. Back in it.
A lot of attention focused on this sheet, as you can see the spectators above it. Scotland against Canada.
Take a Ross. Take a Ross. Whoa!
Good. Okay.
well, looks like we're going to have a turkey of blank ends. 3 in a row.
Good.
Clean it. Whoa.
So Kevin Curry just
You're good, I think.
playing the peel, chips it out.
Good shot, Kev. Ooh, took a funny track. Yeah.
So there we go, after 8.
Blank.
On we go to the 9th.
Nice throw.
And I will promise you some scoring maybe in the 9th. Scotland 3, Canada 3.
You've got it clearly marked anyway.
I can come to my cup of it.
Spectators of all ages watching the action. He knew we were talking about him there. That was some supporters of Team USA. Lots of travelling fans from Canada, Scotland, USA, Sweden, supporting the teams here. Lots of friends and family. So we're into end number 9 now. Still 3-3. Said that for a few ends now. Much for Kevin Cooey to think about. He knows his team do have the advantage. And that's the VIP area behind them. Watching the action and having a little drink at the same time. See the coaches' benches up the back there, and the media bench. Indeed, the commentators' area was there too, which is where we are sitting. Prime position, we're very fortunate to be here. Great view of the action. And bringing it to you live from Basel in Switzerland.
No, we've overdone it. Right off.
Well, going back to that timeout in the 8th end, Mike Harris came out and was like, yeah, peel the guard, 9th end, we're going to throw a double centre. So that's the plan. That centre guard a little bit in no man's land. You either want a really tight one or you want a really long one. That's kind of ended up somewhere in the middle. So it just makes it a little bit more difficult to keep the red guards well separated to prevent double takeouts.
Just bite the four.
Could have done with it. Scotland just be a bit further back.
If he's going double gun.
Just bring one up quite close to the rings. Level kind of with that LGT sign. That's the job of Hammy McMillan.
If you're sure, Ross.
Room this time. I need you here, Tom. No. How's light? No. Right, okay.
Looks big. Tom. It never needs a touch.
Good.
We're heavy.
We're heavy.
It does look a bit heavy, actually.
Let's go then.
To bring it round and in.
Whoa, over, Carl. Okay.
Yep, and they won't be happy with that one. Let's head over to sheet D. That's the Russia-USA game. USA with a lead at the moment. This is the 7th end. Alexei Selyusov, the Russian skip. Trying to get his team back level. I think if he can get 2 here, he will pull level. Taps the yellow away, and indeed gets the 2. And he's very chuffed with that. Well played to Russia. 6-6 after 7.
Yeah, Alexei really wears his heart on his sleeve. Great character.
So back to our featured game.
How's the weight? Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Not very heavy.
You're gonna have to go. Whoa. Keep going. Keep going. Hard mark.
Well, does enough to move it out of there, but still lying in second shot. So the freeze will be called again here for Scotland. Quite an important game here for Scotland, probably more so than Canada. Having lost their last 2 games, certainly don't want to drop below a .500 win and loss record. That would put them to 2 wins and 3 losses after winning their first 2 games for Scotland.
Yep, they had a great start.
Whoa, way only. Where are we?
Yeah, including defeating Thomas Ulsrud of Norway, one of the favourites this week. So Wales have just come off the wagon a little bit.
Good.
Lovely freeze there by Ross Patterson.
In-turn freeze bump. Or you peel.
I think you peel. What do you guys like?
Oh, it's a long guard.
In-turn
freeze or...
That's my first thought.
Okay. Yeah. Just keep the line here, even if we bump it, boys. So.
Yep.
Top 4.
Bump it's pretty good if you're on high side.
Yeah, I'm just trying to draw a
Little
top
tap's probably okay. Haven't seen much here.
Same here, Can you get a little bit of ice?
Thinking there.
That's good.
Well, a little bit of guesswork here with
Line's
this
good.
freeze.
We're there.
Top 4.
Kevin Cooey indicating that he hadn't
Line's good.
really iced that many draws down this line.
No, line's good.
Not entirely sure how much it's going to curl.
Never off.
He seems to be banking early.
Keep going! Come on, Mark! Come on, Mark! Come on, Mark!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good.
Oh, good scrum.
Well, he gets a
Mark.
good
Got
result in the end. Great sweeping on the inside by Mark Kennedy.
Move that
That was all
yellow.
yours. I just couldn't do it when you guys did.
We'll go 2, eh? Don't pay a lot weight. See that, our corner freeze here.
I guess we're playing 12.
Corner freeze.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
they're coming down
line
the
in
top
one
on this
before
one.
Carl.
Yeah.
But the shooter's going to be here, eh?
Well, not necessarily. Depends what weight he's throwing. I mean, that's a long guard, Tom.
Well, just a reminder, yellow stones of Canada and the red stones of Scotland.
Even if you know it, it's the one top 4 that's killing us, Tom.
Well, there or there. Even if you tickle it a
I
hair.
like doing something with the
So a
top,
bit
eh?
of deliberation
Just key weight,
here.
though.
Let's have a look on
Key!
sheet B.
Hair less.
4-2.
That hair less
We see
weight.
it.
No, no.
7th end.
Same weight.
I'll give you the same. I think this
Denmark already have one in there.
Yeah, this shouldn't be too tricky here for Rasmus to get another one in there. Lots of guards out front, but coming around the wide side. And this one's going to roll into the 8-foot to put 2 on the board for Denmark to make that a tied game.
Top 4. Yeah.
Yep, 4-4. 3-3 in a featured game.
Side by side's good.
You sense a bit of tension now as we're in the 9th end.
Yeah,
Just picked. Lucky.
that one over curling.
They're dead even. I think we did the same.
The indication seems to be from the players that might have grabbed some
That's the same. I got
debris
that.
and just made it over
weight
curl.
kind of thing.
So bad break there for Scotland.
You can be a hair more weight, Brent.
Well, we got to pick the weight because he's picking the ice based on the same
Well,
weight.
I think we want a little
He's
bit
icing
more,
you
right? 'Cause
less.
We want to move that red.
He's icing you for a little more.
Well, a more interesting end developing here in the 9th at least. Lots of stones in play and
A little more.
I got more.
More.
all
We got back 4, back 8.
very closely packed around the 4
Back
foot.
8. Whoa. No. Benny.
Canada coming in to just try and bump things around here and maybe release that red stone on the tee line.
Whoa. Off. Yes, off. Off. Get off it. Get off it.
Yeah, just a bit like that. Pushes it out to the side and Canada sitting pretty here at the moment.
Nice shot. Good, Ben.
Can't he see any? You do
There's
that
any
one.
way of getting rid of
I can
those
throw control at that.
those 3.
Yeah. Can I see an H? I guess I can.
Oh, you've
That's
got half
tricky. I
of that.
think
A
the
quarter. Third.
stone at the top of the button,
got
I think they
nothing
could
of this.
maybe access that one and
Now, if you put one here,
put it onto the other one in the button and play the double there, which would leave Scotland lying
The
too.
only thing with that is, I mean, I can't make those 2 on the out turn, no?
That's the shot I was talking about
All
there,
you're
just to
gonna
come
do
down
is
the
push
right hand
this to
side of the
here.
guard.
That's a saver. We could then use it.
shooter's going to come here.
You maybe use them.
I mean, the guard's not really. If
You
it's-
need to be more than barrier.
Yeah, control.
Tight.
I don't know.
There's an option at that thing at the yellow across the top.
If you like that yellow thin, then we can go for it, I guess. But we might.
Let's try this.
It's not the first time Tom's been on his hands and knees today.
Yeah.
If you think you can do it,
Well, I'm just concerned. I think we might be losing
Such a
this.
committed
Give me
player.
that.
Of course,
Is it
had a little bit of a
control?
trip earlier on in the game.
it's probably barrier.
I think this is the right decision
what
for
you
me.
see.
They can see
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
nearly half
that's
a stone,
okay.
and if they could hit
Hack,
that
I'm not really generating
And,
any power though.
I can see that barrier.
and move both of these yellows, it would certainly turn the end on its head.
I think I need more weight than back.
I think this is hard to get out. If he has enough
It's
to
a
get
tough
it out,
spot
I think
here
it's
for
thin enough
Scotland.
that it jams.
Yeah, this is a difficult shot.
No. We'll wreck if we do.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn.
Glenn Muirhead more than capable. It's a bit more pressurised situation than earlier in the game.
So a tough shot. They're electing to throw a control weight here to try and get some curl.
Whoa! Whoa! To the side. Hammy! Whoa! Hammy! Whoa! Ross!
Well, back and forth between the supers. Is it past the top one? It certainly is.
That one.
That was such a good effort there
Nice shot.
by Scotland. Probably just about the best they could have hoped for.
Good shot.
So close to that guard, even closer to that yellow stone.
Oh, they actually hit too much of it in the end. They were so close to that yellow on the centre line, you can see.
Nice shot.
Definitely improves the situation for Scotland, though.
It's the best result by a mile.
If you can hook this one in there.
I know it's hard, but it's the best shot by a mile if we think it's there.
Well, this is the one that's killing us. These two are fine, right? If you get this rock right to there, and your shooter gets in here somewhere,
Just like Hack.
yeah.
So, in a perfect world, when it comes to weight on this, is we move the red far enough that it's insignificant, but that might be tough to do.
This just has to get to beside this.
Yeah, that's what
so
I
they
want
can't
to get,
come
but
off
I think
it.
that's about half. I love the shot. I love it. Even if I just tick the yellow and roll into that pocket, it's pretty good.
Are we crazy to pick that red one through the hole?
And he rolls under.
I like this shot, guys. I like this shot.
But I think it's good hack.
Okay, as long as
Like you think.
I didn't do much with that broom. That's
know.
what's.
I don't know. Slanger though.
Yeah, that's. I think it was me.
So it's Canada now with the
Try to make it on your own.
conundrum.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, probably, Mark.
Keep that.
Yeah, the end's very much
I think-
hanging in the balance at the moment.
I think you want to be good
Canada
hack.
certainly had the upper hand.
Yeah.
One shot to go, but then
Not that it
a lovely
matters,
stone
you
there
live
by
right
Glenn
outside.
Muirhead.
Hey, I'm just throwing
Has
this
tipped
out
it
there.
back towards Scotland,
This is a lot.
but there's actually quite a
Guys, if
nice
we're by the guard
opportunity
tight,
there.
Benny, you got to keep going.
Going to try and split that yellow on the centre line onto the red.
What are they
to the
worrying about
left.
then if it's...
I don't think there's too much to worry about. They're a little bit concerned about the position of the red stone at the top of the
Whoa,
4 foot,
never.
so they're trying to move that one.
Whoa, up. No, Benny, never you. No. No. Yes, yes, go, 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 go.
Oh, hits it fine. Doesn't really move that red far enough, but now lying second, third, and fourth shot.
Little thicker.
Yeah, I thought we were just about there on our own, and I was.
It's pretty good. There's no double. Yeah, that's good.
No, Benny, never you. No. No. Yes, yes, go, 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 go.
Almost too late with the sweep there, and hits it fraction too thin, but still a little bit of a daunting situation here for Scotland and needing another good takeout.
Just peeled, but hit and roll.
Okay. Just hit and roll, Tom. Yeah, nose is not disaster.
With the stones all so bunched together, there really isn't much room for error at all.
Hammy, get ready. Hammy! Hammy! Hard, Hammy! Okay. I don't mind that.
No, I don't mind that.
Canada
Yeah,
still lying in shot position. Nail biting stuff.
What if we played a bump?
I like
right
you
out of
say
there,
that.
Bump what?
That one.
It is the
Bump it right over to the red.
pivotal end. This
I don't get what you're saying. Sorry.
Off this and bump. Hey fellas, what if I hit and roll out of a rock?
Well, if you don't.
What do you mean if I don't?
Well, if you know.
If I knows it, it's a quarter rock double. I think the play is in.
Timeout.
Well, definitely the longest end of the match so
I think he's
far.
still coming off.
Timeout called.
I mean, if you're real good, that's good. But if you're not, and he's coming off it.
I think we got to go low with it. Yeah. I think low is the shot too, Kev.
I'm just
where
wondering-
low?
I'm just wondering.
You could do something like this, but then he might come off his own, like just kind of.
Well, if we're hitting it, where
we
we
make
rolling,
it
right?
cool,
What's the
we
best
sit
roll?
right there.
into the side of ours.
It's not bad, boys, if you get it up into here, because then he sticks that.
this top
I've
yellow
got to
is
get this
Yeah,
in.
that's the one. That's our best draw. Rolling in there makes that pocket for his red so much easier. That's the only.
Pretty easy right now, Mark. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but when he makes
Scott
it
Pfeiffer?
now,
You think 5?
this is always fine.
Oh yes, you can. It goes. Yeah, sure. I think we have to hit the 6. This double.
I don't hate this other call.
I think that's best.
Trying to get this to here, but
That would be good.
you can't just shove it in here, or else it's probably going over the top. No.
No, it's kind of a little bit lucky to make it perfect.
Yeah.
It's never going over the top. I promise.
Well, we like that. It's not that
this
easy.
6 is going to hurt us.
Yeah, the 6
Roll,
is.
you know what,
That's
boys? Roll right here. Is the shot.
Well, then he rips the double.
What double then?
This double or that red. The shot is rolling to this hard.
There's no double here, guys.
Oh, I
Which
see. If
double?
you roll buried.
What double? And if he
roll
slashes
buried.
this, then you got a
just
shot
roll
to sit
into an
2.
inch. You just can't go to it. Like if you roll here where he can hit this hard and stay buried, it's
Problem.
lost.
I just don't want to see him being able to get something here.
Whatever. I like rolling hard into it.
Yeah.
Like it does not.
I think if you make this mark and you kick this to here, that's
Okay.
pretty
Play.
good.
Okay.
You?
And if we roll in there, like if we roll in there,
What's the right weight?
like if we roll in there, can we roll to a quarter of this so that he can't make the double?
Yellow?
Like we roll it to here.
I think you're better to roll, even if
bump
you
it?
roll this.
Okay.
All day.
The
yellow
yellow
one's
one's
height.
What's the weight?
Kev, play it with like
Talk
normal.
about how we're.
Well, everyone wants to have their say on this one.
they do, don't they? And I'm not sure Scott Pfeiffer had
I'm
much
thinking,
could
is
get
it-
much
is
in
it
there.
bad if you spin this up there?
No, Scott Pfeiffer, one of the real legends of the game.
Really?
Huge experience
might have
and lots
this,
of
I
gold
guess.
medals in there.
Boys, I'm just happy
Yeah,
to roll in there
arguably
anywhere.
Possibly
We're
the
getting
best
pretty
team
cute
ever,
here.
the fair before, who won 3 world championships
it's about
back to
the
back
weight is
in
close to
01,
normal.
02 and 03.
And we're the last ones indeed to win the world's back-to-back.
Sorry, correction, 02, 03 and 05 they won it.
Your team has won this title back-to-back since that time.
Mark.
So
Showing just normal.
Yeah,
Sweden
normal.
out to do that.
Normal, it looks like about a
Half a rock.
that's minimum, guys.
Okay.
Half a rock. That
Thick half.
we're gonna punch that yellow for 5th shot. I'd love to keep it.
So still a lot of deliberation here.
Not doing a ton.
think it jams
Not doing a
up
ton.
Well, I
Thin
think we've
half.
spent about the same amount of time on this shot as we have in the previous 3 ends.
Jam on the red.
If you net it.
And that's why they saved all that time. The important shot. So let's see what happens after all that. 89% for Kennedy on his 14 hits.
Whoa!
How precise will he be here?
No, no, no.
Well, that's what they were trying to do.
That's a great shot. Very good, Mark. That's a beauty.
Somewhere in there, I don't know.
Oh, it's good, man. Really good.
Scotland have already used their timeout in the previous end.
But you'll get shot out of it. Yeah, but is this gonna hit this?
Here's another look. Said they wanted to roll and just bounce that yellow over a little bit,
I mean, you're only seeing.
and does
look
so
what you're seeing.
perfectly.
Look what you're seeing off the red.
Canada in for 2.
If you
if you half stone the 5, right?
Aye.
Or
He
even
comes
thinner.
down, hits this.
What, taps that, you mean?
Yeah, he's probably
Well,
going
or is he not? He's not picking it, no? To lay the 6 and the 2.
Possibly.
And then we've got an inside flop on the 2.
We either do this,
Yeah.
or we skinny that and peel.
Try and sneak
Just
that.
try and lock it.
Sneak that in there. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna pick it and then we've got this?
Just like thin. Don't mind that at all, actually.
Hey,
So if
listen, even if we pick that,
I mean,
go for this
Rock
one.
Glen,
If you go
even
for
if we
this
pick
one,
that one.
If you go for this, we end up making contact with that. Is that bad?
well, you pick the 2.
He's
Where's he
probably
going?
coming that way.
You've got a slash on
That's
that.
not a bad shout either. If you go here, where's he going?
Well, one or the other, eh?
No, no, it's not one or the other. It's the 5, Rock.
Yeah,
Get it
but-
skinny.
It's got to be skinny.
Yeah. Aye, Tom. Quarter's good. I've got all of the front yellow. Yeah, but I don't know. Almost all. Yeah, but
That
you're
break
only
up on
seeing
the
an
top
inch
one.
and a half of the yellow.
Happy?
Wait here.
So decision made,
Just pick the
and
red in.
Scotland actually going to hit their own red here
I think that's
onto the
no,
yellow
no.
in shot position and try and stick it around there. So a thin contact needed on that stone.
Gives you an idea of just how far it has to go, just how accurate these players are. Here it comes.
Really important to keep the red in the forefoot here.
Nice.
Well, nicely done. And lies in second shot position, I would say.
Something went on with your light there.
Eh?
Something your light right went red, then went green.
Did it?
When you slid over a technical thing.
It just, that worked though.
I know.
Think you can make this double if I pick this?
Maybe, but he has to hair the guard.
Yeah, it's real
and
tough.
it still could go into that.
What's that?
He'd have to hair this guard, and if he just ticks it, it just goes dead into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
I think it's fine. like
Langer, do
this.
we ever? I think it's either the pick or we try to stick it around. But it's really tough to stick for third.
Yeah, I know.
if he makes this, I'm coming off that.
Yeah, for
But mind you, he might be up here.
actually it's yeah. Well, then
Worst
you've got
shot,
the 6, or you'll have the slash. I think this is the
If we
shot.
knows this is an easy
It
double.
gives you more options on your last one.
Knows ours.
It's a little harder, but I
No,
think
no,
it's the shot.
Get red over here.
I
I
think
don't
this
see
is the
much
shot.
good coming out of this unless it's got to be real good.
Yeah, you gotta throw it hard to make it.
Yeah. And if this bounces kind of to here.
I don't think that's.
I
you
think
gotta
if
move
we
that.
do this,
Hang on.
if we do this,
What if we play that?
he's going under.
No. What if we play Kevin's shot and we chisel the guard? What does he do?
What if we just peel the guard?
Close to a nose, isn't it? Doesn't this catch?
I don't think so, but it's
Okay.
close.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think so. Close.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't.
But then he bumps freezes and you got no shot.
I don't know I can throw enough weight to get this back to here though. And I'm worried that this
Yeah,
spins.
you're probably right.
And even if it goes
Well,
to
it's
here.
definitely one of
that's
the
no good.
setbacks
And
of the timing system
make
that we
this
have,
shot, he doesn't have many
and that you
places
have to
to
complete your
handle
10
this.
ends in a certain
You're gonna
amount of
have
time, and it doesn't
something,
matter
and if he
how much
goes too
time you
far,
spend
you got
on
the
each
double
individual
before.
shot, because it's getting a little bit out of hand at the moment how long the players are taking to make a decision.
Yeah, I know it's an
this,
important
that's
shot, but at the same time,
I'm starting to like Mark's call.
Langer, here's.
Yeah, no, I like your call.
Yeah, if we do this
No, I
and
like
roll a
this.
little too far, he's got this double to sit two.
never think that's a good.
I mean, I'm not going to be close, but even if I chisel this over, that's actually not bad. But I'm
Maybe we
not,
need,
I don't like
some sort of
gaminess.
shot
I like,
clock to be
I'm still
introduced.
thinking control.
Could be a
If
way
you can
around
roll
it.
to be overshot on this one, it's perfect.
Okay.
Do you like control?
Yeah.
invariably
Yeah,
they
but
come
throwing them a
round
bit
to the
light, so I
shot
like
that they were
that.
thinking about in the first place.
Forward or something?
Yeah, you don't want that one.
Yeah, they like to explore all the options though.
I think I like this, guys. He
Yeah, I
doesn't,
do.
It doesn't have to be, like, even if they did have some sort of a shot clock, it doesn't have
I'm
to
with
be
you, Kevin.
overly restricting in, like,
You're throwing
in
board.
a comparison to something like speed snooker, but even if it was just 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then it stops us having these situations where it goes on 5-6 minutes and our stone's not being played.
Yeah, that was at least that amount of time. Finally, we see the shot being played. I wasn't quite sure what they decided in the end after all that.
Well, they're certainly trying to remove the red. Whether they stick the shooter around or not, it's hard to say.
Nice shot. And line 3.
Well, that's what Glenn and Tom predicted they would play, and they said they wanted to play a hit and roll on the stone of the tee line underneath the one at the front of the 4-foot.
What's that? He makes the roll. We think we have the double.
Brent! Brent, yes! Hard! Whoa! 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 Perfect. Perfect. Brent! Brent, yes! Hard! Whoa!
Oh no, look, just trying to hold it straight and then make it curl, and hits it pretty good. I think they would have liked to stick around till I third shot, but still a good shot all the same.
Brent! Brent, yes! Hard! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
That was Benny, Brent, yes, whoa.
Covers all bases.
Which is the equivalent of no one sweeping.
You've got like just less than all. It is there.
The problem is, yeah, I mean,
if you hit no there,
that's your two options.
if he knows he's that, is he still going to be out counting that one?
I think this is the one.
That's what I mean. I say if you hit and roll here and he runs that back, is that going to be for 1 or 2?
What's he doing? I mean, realistically, if you roll half a rock,
Quarters.
the doubles.
Aye. But see if you hit and roll here and he runs that one back, that will out count this one.
Flat double.
Eh? Am I talking rubbish? If you hit and roll here and he's going to run that back.
For 2?
Yeah, but I think this, I think that will make it count it.
Yeah.
Look, Glenn.
Right, let's play this one. You like this one to a barrier?
Sure. Double check. I think it does.
Should move big at the end.
Giant Gleno. Happy?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've reached another decision eventually.
A bit quicker, this one.
So just a hit and flop over underneath that stone at the top of the 4-foot.
Tommy. Whoa! Whoa! Close! Rush!
I think we're playing a takeout here. They at least restrict Canada to only scoring 2.
Rush! Rush! Rush!
Have they got the roll under? They have not.
Didn't move at all.
Same way. We had this, and we hit about a beacon here.
Is that going to touch that? Because if it's not, I'd like a little less weight.
I don't think it's going to. I think you lose it.
Yeah, Tom really wanted to make that roll. He knows he's effectively given up 2 here. You know, when the game kind of grinds to a stop like this, it can really have quite a negative impact on the players and the shot execution, because it really disrupts the flow of the game, the routines that the players are in. And it's going to be interesting to see who can deal with that the best.
You may even just stiffen up a bit standing for 5 or 6 minutes and not moving.
Yeah, you weren't.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good point, Alison.
Same throw, Kev.
It's the last stone of the 9th.
A little more!
Whoa! Whoa! Never, guys.
Whoa!
No, Benny.
Ben, go! Go! Go!
Just forward.
Go! Go! Don't stop!
So trying to make it curl here.
Hard!
Good. Shot, Kev.
Brings it down, and Canada score 2 in easily the longest end of the match.
2.
Yep, I think they'll be pretty satisfied with that in the end.
Shot, Kev.
Mark, I got to run.
Yeah,
Gives them the lead after 9. Scotland 3, Canada 5.
fairly quick.
T-line.
Right on the button, Brent.
You're watching live coverage of Scotland against Canada from the World Men's Curling Championship 2016. We're in the St. Jakobshalle in Basel in Switzerland. And the score so far in this our featured game, well, Canada have edged into the lead after picking up 2 in the 9th. Scotland on the back foot. Need to produce something here. 5-3 down. Very important that the lead player gets stone into the right position as a guard.
Good boys. Yep. Okay.
No less.
Similar, Mark.
Yep, hard line.
Or stone from
Hard mark.
Hebert.
Weight's close, eh? Gotta go line. Where are you?
Top 8. No pocket, no pocket. It's not going to be in front of him.
Slide. That's what I'm worried about.
So with a 2-shot lead, Canada will be content to throw both of their stones into the rings,
It's going to be in front
and
of it.
they'll just try and
Looked like it was
run this
overcurling.
in through to allow Scotland to only score 1.
It's okay. No.
Whoa. Whoa. Looks good. Glenn.
He's running.
This one's going on maybe a little bit further than they would have wanted. No, not too bad.
Yeah, it's still a slight angle between those 2 reds, but not easily both removed in 1 shot.
So Norway and Denmark on sheet B, 4-4. Very close game there. Could this be the end? Makes the difference. Let's see what Thomas Ulsrud is aiming for here. One there already, and he gets rid of another 2 yellows, so it looks like 3 for Norway. And a 7-4 lead after 8.
Tommy. Joe.
Easy for line.
Just wait.
Whoa.
Looks lots.
Nice.
Okay.
Double there, boys.
So,
Is that a double on there?
yeah, I would say so.
You want the red one tight, Brent?
Can certainly get enough speed off the first one to maybe hit the underside of the one on the other side of the centre line from Kevin Kuwait. Tough shot though, playing these horizontal doubles to also get the shooter removed as well.
He has done it thousands of times though, hasn't he? So
Now gets 1 and the second, but yeah, easy to get the 2 of them, but always really difficult to get the shooter going as well. You need to almost slide it off the other, off the underside of the other stone.
Bucky.
Okay.
So it looks like Scotland are going to try and start moving these stones on the centre line around.
Hard way. Hard way. Just. Whoa. Yep.
Gotta go.
Hard way. Whoa.
Maximum
Whoa,
effort
let it
here,
go.
coast to coast for Glenn Muirhead. Sit on the nose, and double taps them.
Dan. Is it?
Oh, it's really thin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is thin. You're right.
If I miss it and he freezes.
No, it's thin. I didn't realize it was that thin.
That's pretty thin. I don't like that.
No.
You miss it, then he goes here.
This opens up our run back if you.
Yeah, he still has work to do, and it's a yellow guard now.
Yep.
Clean, Benny, you're fine.
Gotta go. Yep.
You gotta go.
Hard, Benny.
Gotta go.
Right up. Right up.
Those bands aren't the same.
No. Nice, Mark. Hit it and jumped off the ice. Yeah.
Same way.
Again, Scotland are going to just play a similar shot, try and move the Yellowstones back behind the tee line in less threatening positions and more helpful ones.
Here, Ross. Whoa. Yep. Keep it moving. Hard, Tommy. Forward we. Hard, he's good, hard. Hard. Gotta go. Keep going.
Okay.
Stay on that.
Stay on there.
Well, they're not really forcing Canada to do anything extraordinary at the moment.
I still think you throw it hard, though. I don't think you baby it.
Oh, I think thinking normal.
Yeah. Even good.
Like that.
Canada are looking for the nose hit on that red
like
to
normal,
try and
but if he
take
wants heavy
the
control, I'm
draw
okay.
behind the
That's
corner
best. I
guard
don't think you
away
want to roll
from
here.
Scotland and force them to do something a
normal.
bit more tricky in the middle of the sheet. Maybe
Seen
try and make a
anything here?
freeze one of those Yellowstones
Yeah, that's good,
that
Mark.
they could
That's
be
enough.
pushing back.
Throw a good one right there.
I'm full.
Clean it.
Little strong.
Clean, yes!
Whoa. Hard. Go, Brent. Go.
Good shot.
Just freeze
Quickly
is
head to
okay.
sheet D, Russia, USA,
Freeze is okay.
6-7.
I like that.
Americans in the lead, ninth end. Here's the Russian skip,
Need a hair off the last one.
Alexei Selyuzov.
He's absolutely launched this, trying to get them all going. And he's only managed to get one out.
Line's good. Whoa.
Gives up a steal of 2 in the ninth end.
Bad time to be giving that up.
Whoa, well now.
9-6 down now.
Okay, get that low. Clean only, Tommy.
And looking like USA will join Russia on 2 wins for the week.
No, our line's good. Good shot.
Oh, nicely done by Glenn Muirhead. Difficult one to remove that red stone, such as the position of those 2 yellow stones touching the 4 foot.
3/4.
It's a nice angle.
Gonna have to try and wiggle it through the middle somehow.
Make sure you get the right broom here, Skip.
It does.
I like that way, then he's not buried behind the corner. Exactly.
Or else this, guys.
Oh, there's the time.
You think it goes easy? Oh, I want to just miss this one.
Easy is a strong word.
No.
Are they worried it doesn't go?
I like it.
You're trying to just miss this.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just under 3 minutes for both.
It's not easy, but
No, it's not. But
it's the shot. I think you got it.
Think it gets through there?
Oh, you have to hit it.
give it a go.
Hit 3/4 it goes, Kev.
We'll see. We'll soon find out.
Well, I think Kevin Cui is just going to absolutely try and burst this red stone and see if he can squeeze it between those 2 yellows.
Flush it out.
I know it'll be hard.
So, buckle up for safety.
Benny, you got it.
They seem happy.
Oh, nicely done.
Good shot, Kevin. Good shot.
Yeah, he made that one look easy. Really wasn't.
Sweet.
Holy shit. Great shot.
A lot more room to roll. 240. One more margin for
What do you
error.
like? Was a hit? No, but from one when I was it harder for him? He hitting.
As we say in Scotland, he gave this a bit of welly, didn't he, Logan?
Yeah, that big backswing that you talked about earlier, Alison, and generates so much momentum. with the toe slide delivery.
It's your call because it's one or other.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's going to have to be a skip's deuce now for Tom Brewster if he wants to extend this game. Going to need 2 perfect shots and a miss from Kevin Cooey with his last, if this game's to go any further.
Control. Close, Hammy. Ross! Ross! Whoa! Whoa! Hammy! Hard play! So hard, Hammy! Hard!
Okay. Well, again, missed the swooping call. Really needed to give that a chance, and they had 2 stones that they could have rolled behind there. So that stone pretty much wide open, and that should well be the end for
very
Scotland.
gettable. It's been a case of just not quite today.
I think that's the frustration for Scotland at the moment, is that they're actually throwing the stone well and giving themselves a chance to make the shots, but they just can't work out the brushes at the moment. Who should be sweeping when and with what brush? So it's not resulting in perfect shots being played.
Certainly not resulting in the perfect outcome. And that means it is all over, and it is a perfect outcome for Canada. They continue their run over Scotland. Tom Brewster. Well played to Canada. And Scotland will look to their next game, try and get a win on the board, but Canada march on.
Yeah, it just looks to me like Canada might just be starting to move through the gears a little bit after a bit of a dodgy day at the office yesterday. Still got 2 wins, but the performances weren't great.
I'll sign for you, my friend.
Scotland, that's 3 consecutive defeats
I got your broom, Kath.
after a great first day.
There you go. Thank you.
Will they be able to get their championship back on track? Tom Brewster has never been to the World Men's and not picked up a medal. And they'll have to wait until tomorrow afternoon to try and get things back on track when they play against Switzerland. Canada up against Japan this evening in our featured game on World Curling Television. And just a reminder of the score line there. It was at 2 in the 9th end after 3 blank ends that broke the game open. Gave Canada a well-deserved 5-3 victory. Well, we've just swung over next door to Russia against the United States. The only real difference is that steal of 2 in the 9th end. You just saw it, Alexei Selisov not managing to get them all going, rolling out and leaving 2. And it's handshakes here as well. Just a straightforward takeout required, and USA getting their 2nd win of the week. They were absolutely heartbroken last night by the Canadians. In a great position to win the game. Had a shot to win the game, just couldn't get over the finishing line. So there you go, make the final. United States 9, Russia 6. 2 other games still out there, as you can see.
I think there's one more behind the scoreboard.
And we're just going to move in on Norway against Denmark. 1-shot game there. Norway leading by 1. And they do have the last stone coming home. Big score of 3 in the 8th end. Always useful. And Rasmus Stjerne there calling the shots for Denmark. Johnny Fredriksson in the hack for this Danish side. Most experienced player in the team. The 40-year-old. Playing in his 11th World Championships. Never managed to get a medal. Denmark playing some good stuff. Maybe they'll manage to get it this year. Came closest in 2013, finishing up 4th. Torger Nørgaard not having his best game, only playing 75%, 86 for the week. Makes the double peel here. Oh, and sticks on the wing too. Well, obviously we didn't see the first few shots of this end, but it certainly looks like Håvard Vad Pettersen has played a couple of great tech shots. And it's going to make things extremely difficult for Denmark to be able to steal here in this 10th end to extend this game.
Indretning. 2 er godt. Kun 2. Retning er god. Sikkert 2, dreng. Hertil. Hurry, boys. Hard, boys.
No option really but to just throw a centre guard and hope for a horrible miss. Torger, of course, a very accomplished skip himself, taking Norway all the way to the final in Cortina in the absence of Thomas Olsrud, only to lose out to Kevin Cooey in the final.
Piler han bare den derovre. Lige nu er det det eneste sted, vi har lidt kopper. 5.
Well, regardless of the outcome of this game for Denmark, certainly seem to be playing well and making a lot of big shots, which is absolutely Rasmus Stjerne's trademark. And after a couple of poor performances at their last 2 outings in senior competition at the Europeans in 2015 and the World Men's 2014, finishing 11th and 12th. Looks like they're going to have a much better week this week.
6 at the Olympic Winter Games as well.
Hvis du bare drønner på 10-line, så ligger edge.
And 2 teams that know each other extremely well. I do like those trousers, those ones. They're one of my favourites. 85% Thomas Olsrud for the game.
might be able to get you a pair for the banquet if you want, Alison.
I'm sure I'd look, well.
Ja, men det är min, ja. Det är min
I think they wear them well.
Det är rimelig meget sving. Ned bag om hans.
A real trademark of the Norway team.
Ja, på hjørnet fungerer også.
Yeah, they decided they wanted to do something a little bit fun for the 2010 Olympics, and that was their big surprise when they rolled up in Vancouver.
Bet they can't believe how much it really did take off, though. You see them all over the place, these trousers now. They must have a very colourful wardrobe back at home.
Well, just really prolonging the agony here. Rasmus, difficult to find the spot for this one that can't easily be removed by Thomas. So it's about as good as he could have done there. But as you can see, still full stone scene from the hack. And this should just be a formality for Thomas Ulsrud.
Du har... Jag sätter den här bra.
Composes himself, goes through the whole routine.
Håll igång. Ligger bra. Ligger bra.
And away it goes, and game over. Victory for Norway. It was really quite a tussle all the way through. The bottom line is the win, and Norway have it. And one of the teams that will no doubt be there or thereabouts at the end of the week.
Well, second end. Just a wide open nose hit for Kevin Cooey to pick up the first score of the game. The first end was, of course, blanked.
Good, clean.
And this was never anywhere else.
Good shots, Kev.
Produced for Canada and 2-0 lead. Then in the third end, Scotland hitting back with a delicate tap back from Tom Brewster. McMillan and Patterson on the brushes and turning this one onto that yellow stone and just pushes it far enough to tie the game up. Fourth end, really nice takeout by Tom Brewster. Still leaves a half chance here for Kevin Cooey to tap that redstone back to lie to. Just not quite enough weight, only gets the one. And keeps it a one-shot game. Fifth end, Scotland facing two in the paint. Tom Brewster left to play a takeout in the 4-foot circle.
It's good. Get ready, Hammy. Hammy!
Well, makes the nose hit. And at half-time it would be all tied.
I was trying for control and
A few blank ends later, and then a never-ending ninth end. And here's Kevin Cooey with his final stone in a well-worked opportunity to score two. Manages to bend that one onto the nose and hang around to score two and open up the game. And then Canada just managing to run the 10th end through, and it would be a wide open takeout to win this 7th session matchup. Canada winning the 100th matchup against Scotland in World Men's Curling Championships.
Thanks, Ross. Good luck too. Good luck. And begin. Good shooting, shooting, good patience, bud. Good patience. Awesome, guys. Good job, guys. Good game, Mark. Good shooting, buddy. Thanks, buddy. You too.
So there's the other games. Korea 4, Finland 6. On sheet B, Norway 8, Denmark 6. And on sheet D, Russia 6, United States 9. So the standings after session 7, Canada and Sweden leading the way, 4-0. Norway 4-1 now. Japan 3-1. Denmark, Switzerland 2-2. Same as the USA, Russia and Scotland on 2 and 3. Finland, first win for them, 1 and 3. And Germany and Korea still without a win thus far. Well played, Kevin. What's the emotion after that win?
It's good. You know, we played a lot better today, a little more consistent with our draw weight, solid effort, and you know, we stayed patient. They played pretty good, but we didn't press it too hard, and you know, we were never down in that game, which is always nice.
And you always know it's going to be a bit of a challenge against Scotland, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played much against Tom, you know, ever, but you know, obviously he's been in some Worlds, and I know they've had a good year. They're a good new team, so they played well. You know, it was a good game, just shot here or there.
How you find the conditions now?
It's been challenging for sure. Today I think was a little better. I think it's getting a little more consistent for draws. We threw a lot more hits today, so it's a little harder to tell. But you know, Hans is a great ice maker. He'll figure it out.
And you feel you're in good shape moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we're 4-0. It doesn't matter how we got there. You know, we didn't play great yesterday, but you know, we've played good sometimes and lost. So we'll take them however we can get them. And 4-0, that's a good start, and we just got to keep her going.
It is. Well done today.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
That was Canadian skip Kevin Cooey. That's it from us for this draw. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We're back with you for the next one. That's Canada-Japan. Until then, from me, Alison Walker, and Logan Gray. Bye for now.
Good luck.